What's up? Man, I gotta tell you, that Sean Pickering, man, he's one hell of a fantastic human being. I'm so grateful, brother. Thank you again, man. Sean's been with me pretty much since the beginning, like Brian, I think. Close to it, right? Uh, well, I'm trying to remember, when did I start this YouTube channel? Now, don't forget, I had same channel, different name. But I had tons of videos from like way back in the very beginning. I started on the Facebook only, and then I created the YouTube channel. And I had a side channel that I was posting sporadic DJ mixes on, but I created a whole new one for this. And then Joe Diffie hit me with the Jake America meme, and then after getting over it, of being offended, and I was a sensitive little flower. Early on, the drags were next level cruel, though. I mean, they really went after me, man. But I gave them so much to work with, and I didn't know shit from Shinola, man. All this gun stuff, all the subculture, the online, how things go, how dudes talk, you know, and it borrows from like military barracks type shit. I mean, they'll fuck you up. The biggest shame of it all is at one point I got dragged so endlessly, mostly by the DFC guys, but pretty much everybody, and I deserved it. I got all pissed off and drunk one night, and I went and deleted all my videos. First time I marked them private, and then I don't know. Then I got even drunker, I guess. Like, fuck these guys, man. Fuck these guys. Delete. And there was some good epic shit. I really sad that I did that. And then I think like the next day or within 2 days, I was like, what the fuck am I doing, man? Don't let these guys get you down. You got to keep pushing, brother. And then I started all over again, going back to the first video when I had the shaved face and told my story. Hi, I'm Jake America. I'm trying to learn about guns. Cringe. And, it's been a wild ride, man. We're coming up on 2 years for the gun stuff in general. I believe I bought the first M&P Smith & Wesson. I want to say late May, maybe June. I didn't get the Anderson until August, around the middle of August. I can look up my email to see when it finally got shipped and dropped off. I remember I had it shipped to Florida Gun Exchange because I still was working out how to do FFL transfers and where to go. After that, I discovered the place down the street. A bunch of great guys over there at Larry's. But I wasn't even aware that they existed. I drove by it a few times, but I always saw sports something or other, or I'd pass it, because his signage wasn't really that big. And I wasn't sure, I was driving by this place going, I just moved here, and, I don't know this area. Is it one of those, like, seedy gun stores where you walk in and they all look at you and say, you're in the wrong place here, boy? Expecting to hear banjos and shit. I didn't know. Shit, I moved up from South Florida. I'm pretty much a city boy, And it all snowballed into whatever bullshit we're at now. But I think we have a good group here going. We got a lot of good participation, a lot of cool dudes here. Still have my haters, and that's fine. My haters drive me, and they have for 2 years. Getting shit on, and I think he's retarded and autistic and all kinds. It's like, what the fuck? Wow, these guys don't pull any punches, man. Holy shit. And you shouldn't care about what people on the internet say about you, but when there's a consensus, you start saying, oh, God damn, maybe I am fucked up in the head. So, it's been a wild ride, dude. But yeah, I met Sean early on. He was always very kind and generous when everybody else was beating the shit out of me. Sean and Brian and a handful of others would always stick up for me and shit. And I've always appreciated that. We've gone back and forth. Me, Sean, and Brian have done deals together, and we hook each other up here and there. And Sean's super generous. Don't forget, he's the one that sold me that Haley's Strategic. I forget the actual name of it. Like the sub name. But it's where you put the mags in the thingy and you grab them to put them in the other pew pew thingy, and then you're tactical. So yeah, and then remember, I was too fat for it. That's a funny ass video. At that point, I didn't give a fuck. You make fun of me all you want. I'm just being real. I couldn't get the thing clipped and shit. And then Sean went right to work and said, no, nobody move. I'm gonna MacGyver him a fucking extension." He made me one and sent it to me. I insisted on paying for shipping or some shit, but the guy was just super generous. You can tell he's just a good soul kind of guy, A good dude. I just wish we would live kind of closer so we could actually hang out and shoot and have some beers and shit. But I will say this, Sean. My cousin's timeline of moving down here from Maine looks like that's getting extended because he's going through a bunch of drama with his stupid bitch ex with the custody thing with the kids. And he was hoping to get out of there by September and head down here. But it looks like that might get stretched because he doesn't know what's going on. So odds are I'll be making a pilgrimage at some point up to Maine. I wouldn't mind heading up. We'll see. Maybe I'll do late summer, early fall. Just take a drive up. Hopefully the gas goes down a little bit more because it's Maine, Florida to Maine. It's a 18 and 19, well, from here, from my place in South Florida, it was like 20 something hours, 22. And I wouldn't bring the dogs. I leave the dogs with my mom. I'd miss them, but I wouldn't want to put them through that kind of shit. And when I used to do it with Bubba in the Challenger, it was so hard on him, and it was hard on me too. I couldn't stop to get a motel, really. I like the deadhead. Once I'm on the road, I want to get there. I'll stop at a rest stop or two and just close my eyes for an hour or two. But with Bubba, I couldn't. I'd worry about him in the car, leave the car running with the AC on, and I'd getting gas and going in for something to eat and using the bathroom. It was exhausting. But maybe I'll make it up to New England. Maybe I'll stop in for a day and a half or so. We'll do some shooting, hang out. That'd be great, man. So stoked about that charging handle. Who does that for people? That's very kind. I'm all about kind. I've been Mr. Generosity all my life. I've always helped people that I probably shouldn't have. Some I should have, and they were grateful. I've always, given stuff away to people that seemed to really want and need it, as long as they weren't. And even if they were pieces of shit, I got used a lot when I was younger. But it just makes you feel good to do something kind for somebody else without expecting anything in return. There's a certain purity to that, And I still do that to this day. That kid, Jeremy, that's why I broke my heart. I mean, I didn't care about the money. I wanted to help him realize his potential kind of thing and rise up and be better and don't let his past dictate his reality. And as hard as I did try, it just never got through. That's why I broke my heart when I heard about him. I knew he had a tough road, but it's like, dude, man, survive. But I'm not going to go down that tangent. Rest in peace, Jeremy. So, where we at, man? KP9 ready to rock and roll. Still, I have my appointment for my secondary stuff for the doctor coming up on Tuesday. Check the blood. I still might want to go in for one more echocardiogram and talk about the heart situation, just to make sure I don't need to be on anything else. I've lost a few pounds since then. I've been drinking a lot more water. Everyone's telling me, dude, you got to down that water. I mean, 16.9 ounces are what's in the tall Zephyr Hills bottles. So, roughly 8 of those is a gallon. The dude told me to drink at least a gallon a day. But I subsidize that with some Coke Zeros and Diet Soda. I'm guessing all the sodium and shit that's in that may counteract it. So, I'm still fucking puffing stuff over here. Who's that character from Ghostbusters? The big Michelin man? Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That's me. Oh well. We'll get there eventually. I keep saying that shit. I talk so much shit. No, you won't. You're a fat fucker likes to sit down with your hand in a bag of Cheetos. Well, shit. Old habits die hard. Well, The charging handle's cool. It's a nice design. It's a lot more. I don't know what the term is. It kind of follows. Have you seen those new Aero charging handles? They're more of like a V shape, kind of like that. Like the Star Wars ships in the more recent movies, when Kylo Ren ship, that kind of shit, versus the Raptor is more elongated and like a U shape with a little like a cut, almost like part of the Rebel logo from Star Wars. It's cool. It's cool. It seems very high quality. Didn't feel cheap at all. Solid. I saw one dude just say that they're supposed to be good for running suppressed. I mean, I'm on day. What am I on day? 135, 145, 150 on the Sandman. We'll see. I'm in some groups for that and seeing guys that are getting batched out, but most of them are like day 378, day 462. Like shit. So I pretty much I don't even check the thing anymore. I'm like, hey, I check my email every day from the spam folder several times a day, just in case. I don't know if I'm going to get a phone call or not from the LGS, Top Gun Volusia, or if I just have to look for the email in the spam folder. And then once you get the email, does that start on like a 2-week process for them to actually ship? Or do they still ship the stamp? Or if it's e-file, do they just send the email and you print that out? I don't know. So we'll see. Not that I have any land to go shoot with no ears on to actually truly test it out. One thing I read yesterday, and I've heard it before, is it's a 30 cal can. So the end cap is basically for that caliber, basically 300 black. One guy said, well, because one guy complained, he goes, yeah, Sandmans are alright, but they're loud as shit on 5.56. And one guy chimed in and said, well, if you change the end cap to the 5.56, it's much quieter. So we might have to grab, I don't know how to pick one of those up, I'll search. They can't be that much. It's just an end cap. So we'll maximize it for 223 5.56. 300 black, huh? I haven't gone down that road yet. Maybe we should do that kind of build. But then there's a whole another caliber, And then they look similar. And my autistic ass will mix them up. I will. It's inevitable. With my shitty vision and my fucking on the spectrum brain mindset sometimes, where I put something down and I'm like, where the fuck is that thing? And I spent 10 minutes, oh, there it is. Maybe having 300 and 5.56 in the same vicinity isn't a good idea for Jake America. I mean, take our time with that one. So we'll take the 223 5.56, I guess. Very stoked. So we got to go get some shooting done. I've been trying, man. The heat index again today was 108. Just walking outside was like whoosh, like holy shit. So outdoor ranges are rough. It's bad enough because I have to wear 2 layers of glasses, and I fog up even when the weather's nice. And you got sweat dripping down into your eyes, and it burns, and my glasses are fogging up, and I'm doing this shit, and I'm like, I can't see more than 10 yards ahead of me and shit. And I'm like, it's a hell of a handicap. Indoor range might be the only solution for the short time. Or wait for, you do get summer days where it's a bit overcast and a bit breezy, where it's in the low to mid 80s, where you're not dying of heat stroke. But lately it's been wicked hot. We're in full bloom Florida hot summer. July and then into August, those are the brutal months, man. And I'm sure they're everywhere else too. But yeah, we got to get out there and do some shooting. And stoked about that CH. That was a nice surprise. I told him, you made my month, man. Thank you so much. I'll figure out something to repay him. I will. I told you, I don't like being in no man's debt. But Sean is like a handful of other people I've met through this. Brian's a really cool, generous guy, too. He's hooked me up with good trade deals, and he's fair. He gave me that FD EPC that I was dumb enough to sell. But I sold that to Larry. Larry's another great guy. He sent me some stuff too. So, a lot of good guys in this community. There really are. There's some shit-talking motherfuckers, but when chips are down, I see all these groups where dudes get sick with leukemia, or, one dude, is down on his luck, and they've known him for a while, and they all group together, and they do group like charity builds and say, let's auction this off for the most money to help this guy out. And there's a lot of good souls in this community. The same guys I used to say, well, these guys are so mean to me, are the same awesome dudes with good souls. You just can't have a thin skin. I don't anymore. I'm basically a fucking elephant, Jake, now. But that first 6 months to a year, when they were going down on me, I was like, I don't know why this is so mean to me, man. I'm gonna DJ. Fuck you. Come to my house. Come to my house. I'll kick your ass. Chugga. And then we evolved a bit. Cool. So, tomorrow is another new day. We try to figure something out on the shooting side. I need to figure out how to score some new ammo. Funds have been really low lately, so. And I know, you dumb fuck, you should have kept your eye. You should have bought a couple thousand rounds of this and that. Yeah, I know. You just don't know what to expect with all this Congress shit. And, you never know when some of these turncoat Republicans will be offered some bribes and go ahead and just last minute kind of vote along with them, and all of a sudden we got that brace shit coming down the pike. What's going to happen with that? So what did I do? Buy another brace. Genius. Hey, if we have to SBR all the things, at the very least, I hope they waive the fees for a year to let us all submit our forms and shit. If they did that, I wouldn't give a fuck. I got nothing to hide. I don't like being on a registry, but let's face it, we're all on it anyway. New technology, Big Brother, they know what you're doing. In the 80s, maybe it was different, but not now. These people know what you want to buy before you do. Just look at your phone after thinking about buying something. There it is. You didn't say one word out loud, but there that fucker is. They analyze patterns and shit, algorithms. Fuck you, ATF. Alright, just a quick how do you do? Another thank you to my boy Sean Pickering. Big ups to Brian and all you crazy cats out there that stopped by my stupid little page. And, somebody mentioned the giveaway. I'm going to do maybe that 1,000. I don't want to. I just did one. I guess I could do one at 500 or maybe 750. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not swimming in cash. And don't forget, there's no Patreon on my side of the fence. Everything's making deals and hustling and side swiping and sell that and then buy this kind of thing. So I don't want to go too crazy and cut my own throat. I'm going to do something nice for Sean as a thank you. And we'll do a giveaway. Don't know what yet. We'll figure it out. Hey, maybe a Cobra Tech. One of my beloved Cobra Techs. I do love those stupid little things. It ain't a Microtech, but I don't know. I have an affinity for them. They're cool. I like playing with them. Are the blades as high quality as the upper end shit? No. Are they as durable and can you truly count on them for self-defense? Probably not. But they're decent. They're solid. I wouldn't call them a gas station knife like the snobs do, but they're 1/3 the cost on average compared to the cheaper Microtechs. And there's some of those knives go up to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 range. If you got a Gucci like that, more power on you, brother. But I ain't spending that kind of money on a fucking knife. Sorry. Unless I hit the big one. I just went to Publix. I bought 2 more Quick Picks. That's it. We bought, how many we buy for yesterday's drawing? 10, 15 of them. So the guy that owns that chain of chicken places bought 50,000 tickets for yesterday's drawing and said, I'm going to split the winners with my people. He just threw away 50 grand. I'm sure he's rich and can afford that, but shit. That's got to burn even if you have $1 billion in the bank. To just take 50 grand and set it on fire. That's gambling. Yeah. So we'll work all that out as we go forward. I still want to get an upgraded camera option too. Got to get that GoPro. I like a nice DSLR, but again, buku bucks. And if we hit the big one, then we're going. Even before buying, I might buy a couple of fancy guns just to say fuck it, I have money. And probably a new SRT Hellcat wide body jailbreak in F8 green just to have a little run around car. But after that, it's after we talk to lawyers and shit, and we get all the legal shit out of the way. It's property hunting for Jake for America Ranch. Instead of 20, 30 acres, we're shooting for like 500, 1,000. And we're gonna build a big boy compound with all the fun toys and ranges and backyard paradises and indoor ranges and a full arcade and hell yes, a separate nightclub where I can get all the state of the art lasers and shit, and we can bring in some musicians, do some live concerts, and build some secondary housing for people visiting. We just bring in some Gucci double wides and just park them around the property in a little campfire kind of vibe. It'll be like one of those big shooting festivals, but all day, every day. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. America Ranch. People will be talking about it on YouTube in about a year. Dude, did you get an invite for America Ranch? That shit was lit. Hell yeah. Aaron Lewis was there with fucking Stained and shit. Man, they're going off. Yeah, right, son. Spare no expense at America Ranch. All right. Giveaways and shit. Throwing cacks into the crowd. What's up? It's good to dream. It's fun. Assuming you are approved via background check and you are legally able to own a firearm. And there'll be a logic and a lottery and some tickets giveaways after verifying information. Then you may win a Kac. A Big Black Kac. Jake Merrick. Peace.